Get your blanket.
Good morning, world. Day 7 of the Siargao lockdown.
Where is my blanket?
This way.
Yeah.
We're airing out our bed sheets at the moment. The story thinks it feels like a kite.
Yeah.
We're kind of lucky that Story's at this age where she can be entertained by simple things.
Hold the other bed.
Rather than being locked down with a teenager. That would be a bit more difficult, I think. You gonna get your other sheet out? We're planning on waiting for the tide to rise up a little bit and then take Story swimming later. Today feels a little bit odd because we should have been flying back to England today. Honestly, I'm so happy that we're not. Yesterday they just announced their own state of lockdown in the UK, and I'm very grateful to be here in the Philippines, locked down here, than in my mum's house in London, let's just say that. To be stuck in any city right now wouldn't be very desirable, to be honest, especially if some of the restrictions start to relax here in a few days and we can go out into the water again and do things a bit more freely. Judging by the way things have been going, I actually think that's probably going to be the case though, isn't it? What do you think?
I would imagine so. I mean, they said officially we've got 1 more week left before the island lockdown is lifted, but in the beginning we thought that just meant the planes and the boats would start coming and going again, but maybe that will mean the planes and boats still won't come, but we'll be able to travel around the island freely again. That's what we're hoping anyway.
Everyone's feeling happy. Story's getting some wonderful bonding time in with Papa. Back in the UK right now, Story's cousins are basically locked down from their grandparents. They're not going to see them at the moment. A lot of people in England have been a bit complacent with the whole lockdown procedures actually. It's all over the news that people are still kind of gathering in big groups and stuff, but our family has been taking it seriously, and that's why Story's cousins haven't been able to see their grandparents properly. For all of you guys that are new to our channel and a bit confused as to who Papa is, Papa actually means nanny or grandma in the Burmese language. My mum's from Burma, and that's the reason why we and Story call her that. It's actually a good way for us to distinguish between the different nannies actually. So we've got English nanny, we've got Burmese nanny, so Story knows who we're talking about. I've just been walking under these beautiful palm trees here out in the sun to try and get some vitamin D into my skin. I'm gonna have some breakfast and then we'll go swimming later. Is that the last of the Arabica beans?
This is the last one, yeah, but we do have this one, which we haven't tried yet.
This one's meant to be really strong according to the lady in Raw.
Oh, is that what she said?
Yeah, she said, I asked her what Barocco means because it's different, I've never heard that before, because it's Robusta, Arabica, Barocco. She said, oh, it's the strongest type, so looking forward to trying that. Look what we've got.
Woohoo! We have some travel passes. So the hotel manager came round to see us and she said they've got these passes that enable them to go around the island and to go into General Luna, and they were going to go and ask if they could get some for us so that we can also go into General Luna and do some more shopping and things like that if we need to. So we are able to go into town now, which is great.
I feel much freer now.
Story and Emma still have to stay at the house. It's just for us, isn't it?
It is, it's a shame, but we can still go locally around with Mum's Story, so if we get cabin fever or something. You know, I don't think you can really get cabin fever with a thing like this.
I know. I'm just sitting here doing a little bit of homeschooling with Story. We're doing some ABC work. So you've made the cat pink. Very good.
That's red.
Oh, sorry, red cat. Very nice. And you made your elephant. What colour?
Brown.
Why is he brown?
Because he rolls in mud.
He rolled in mud. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Look at this really good F Story done as well.
The F in here?
Yeah, go for it. Yes, well done.
I'm really happy we found these little ABC books.
That's really good. Yay!
Wow, good job. Woo! Very good F Story. And should we find the F sticker?
Big one.
Yeah, okay, let's find the big F.
What have you got?
I've got a tool.
Yeah, you got some tools.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do with them?
Fix my bike.
Fix your bike. That's right.
We need to do this.
No, look, we need to do this bit here because the chair is a bit loose, isn't it?
What, you mean this one?
Let's see. We'll see which one fits, okay?
There.
What shape is it?
A circle. I did it. Oh, look, we're fixing my bike.
Oh, excellent. Is Daddy going to give you a lesson?
Yes, I'm going to give you a lesson. Look under here, there's a nut that's loose. See that nut? These two, they need to like, yeah, there needs to be that on top of there.
Oh, I'll do this.
Well done. Time to push down. Well done. Still wobbling, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, more tightening then.
Good job, Story. Are you a bike mechanic?
Yeah.
Okay, push. Sit.
Hey, panic.
Yeah?
No, panics don't make that sound.
Yes?
No, try my bike out.
Sure. Why don't you try it out? Is it fixed?
Yeah. It is.
Woohoo! Well done.
Yeah, you fixed it.
Other way.
Go forwards.
Okay.
We're going to take a walk along the beach, see if we can take Story for a little swim without any restrictions.
Excited too.
You excited?
I'm excited too.
Mummy's coming too, look. Fishermen just come back again. Looks like they've been doing some more spear fishing. We're going to walk down to where those rocks end, and that looks like the perfect place to see if Story can go for a swim.
Hey, wait for me.
I think it's pretty clear from some of the videos we've made already that it feels like we're living in a bit of a paradise here right now. But it's only when you really pull back and look at this place from afar that you see how truly beautiful it is. This is the same beach that we were on day 2 of our lockdown vlogs. There were a couple of guys here partying on the beach, and only then just a few. Now there's absolutely nobody here. This entire stretch of sand is just for us. I cannot think of a more perfect situation to be in right now, considering the state of the world. I think one thing people have to keep in mind too is it's not just the state of your physical health, but it's your mental health as well. You really need to look after how you feel in your mind. As a family, we've been having lots of in-depth conversations about everything that's been going on the planet right now, what it could mean for us, what it could mean for everybody once this is all said and done, and when this virus is no longer talked about. And we all agree that people should really take this time to reevaluate their lives and find out if there's something they could be doing better, you know, ways to self-improve, things you could learn, things that didn't seem important before, yet all of a sudden seem to be the most important things now. Like self-sufficiency, using your gardens to grow your own food, learning how to live without certain things, trying out alternative methods, changing the way you eat. There's so many different ways that you can improve as a human. And when we're just on autopilot, going to work every day, on the same trains or the same buses, the same car, same routines, you don't think about these kind of things. So with the whole world on lockdown, it's the perfect time to think about yourself. It's certainly what we've been doing for the last 3 or 4 years, especially since having a baby. It's stereotypical to say, but children do change your life, and they change the way you think about everything. We want to try and provide the best foundation possible for our daughter. We want her to grow up with a mindset that allows her to adapt and change, because the world is changing at such a fast pace now. Got to be ready for it. The tide is coming in.
Yeah.
Did you have fun in the sea?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Okay, show me. I'll meet you down there.
Now coming deeper again.
I can't believe how warm this is.
Yeah, I know. I said it's warmer than one of Story's baths.
I know, it's fantastic. I guess because we have such a low basin here, by the time the water hits high tide, it's nice and warm again, isn't it? Are you enjoying your swimming, Story? Wow. Wow. I had a chat with a local surfer this morning, and he was saying that none of the waves along this coast are big enough for the professionals, so they want to go out further on boats. But even the locals are restricted on how far they can travel on boats right now to get to the big waves. So the surfers of this island, which there are a lot of, must be getting really frustrated right now. Did you manage to find some more shells?
That one.
Well, that's the end of another beautiful day in paradise. It really does feel like that. We just want to say a big thank you to all the new viewers to our channel. We're going to take this little one back now for a bath.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a sleepy 3-year-old now, haven't we?
I'm not sleepy.
No, well, you can judge that for yourself. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at 8 miles from home to see our little stories in between moments. Check out our free recipe book for some ideas on what to cook under quarantine. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.